Hello, friends. Your boy Jeff. We're back in the spin zone, finally, after too long an absence. Just get everything ready here. Got 11 albums to show, and it's the usual lineup of odd stuff. Just kidding. Kalio, Surface Sounds, is the first one up here. This was bought by my wife. She's a big fan of Kalio. Didn't know a whole lot about him, sorry. He's got that deep kind of Eddie Vedder-ish voice, and I know my wife loves Eddie Vedder, so the music was good. Actually, this sounded really good. This is a double album, 45 RPM cut, and it sounded really nice. This is a brand new album. It just came out, and it was good. You know, I'm not averse to new music. I'd heard some of this on the radio. Don't ask me for song titles, though. A lot. I'm gonna sound like an old fart when I say this, but a lot of new music just sounds the same to me, just the way it's played and produced and sung. But this stuff kind of stands apart from the pack, just in terms of delivery. So, and there goes my cat. Yeah, did you hear her? Oh, yeah, she's saying hey. Here's another one that was cut at 45 RPM. Pink Floyd, live at Nebworth, 1990. I'm a sucker for live Pink Floyd, and they've been releasing them at a steady pace here lately. It's the song list. It's basically, you know, the same stuff that's on all the other live albums, pretty much. Wish You Were Here, Comfortably Numb, Run Like Hell, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I love it. I can listen to this stuff all day long and never get sick of it. This was another brand new release. Picked this up about a month ago, and it sounds amazing. You know, it's it's Pink Floyd live. What more can you say? And I don't know if there's any other live albums or shows that they can release at this point, but if they do, I'm gonna buy it. This was VCLT from my buddy Tim. This is probably my favorite record of this group, without a doubt. It's a bootleg. See, and there's his note. I keep the note with sorry, with the records usually. This is a live radio broadcast from 1987. It's primarily a Robert Cray concert, but the last three songs, Stevie Ray joins in and plays guitar. He doesn't really sing, but you know that guitar tone when it comes in. Old Jam, New Blood, Redux Club, Dallas, 1987. So this was during his Strong Persuader tour, and most of the Strong Persuader songs are on this one. I know I showed this one recently, a couple of videos back. I guess I showed her Right Next Door Because of Me. Fantastic live version of that one. Same with Smoking Gun. The sound quality of this thing is really, really excellent. So, if you're a fan of Robert Cray and or Stevie Ray, this is an excellent live performance to pick up. Foul Play, False Accusations, you know, classic stuff. And I'm super excited to see Robert Cray later this year. It was supposed to happen last March, but because of COVID, and my cat keeps meowing, all right. But because of COVID, it got pushed back. Actually, twice. So, can I help you? You want to say hi? Yeah? Sorry. This is a wonderful record, though. And like I said, the sound quality is really, really good. And Robert Cray can jam. So, thank you once again, Tim. This is an amazing one. If you can find this, highly recommended. Highly recommended. One that may not be recommended for all of you. No, that's what I call Yacht Rock. I I jokingly put this on my wish list on Amazon just for shits and giggles. And my wife bought it for me for our anniversary. It was one of our anniversary gifts. So, like a good husband, I played it and I made her listen to every single song. And it wasn't that bad either. It wasn't that torturous. But, you know, you got some Yacht Rock standards on here, like the Pina Colada song. This Is It by Kenny Loggins. What else? Couldn't Get It Right by the Climax Blues Band. I didn't really consider that as Yacht Rock. Same with Dave Mason's We Just Disagree. I mean, it's kind of smooth, but... Or Jackie Blue by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I didn't really consider that Yacht Rock, but what do I know? But Brandy, You're a Fine Girl? Yeah, it could kind of be Yacht Rock, I guess. I don't care. I like this kind of music. This is the stuff I grew up on. This is the stuff I listened to, you know, on the radio in the 70s and 80s when I wasn't really able to control the radio station yet. Had to listen to what my mom wanted to listen to, so we got the smooth rock on WFYR, Fire 103.5. I still remember the radio station. But they used to play stuff like this all the time, so it's kind of imprinted in my brain. Yeah, I know, it's Yacht Rock. You can laugh. I don't care. Showed this one in my last video. This is a 12-inch single of the song Connection by Elastica. Like I said in that last video, I used to have the whole album on cassette, and I don't anymore. But when I saw this at the record store that I went to, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I saw this and I just said, oh yeah, I like that song, so I just grabbed it, and it was cheap. So I'm not all that up on 12-inch singles, but for something like this, I said, what the hell. The other thing I got from that record store, or one of the other things, was this Donald Byrd album called Steppin' Into Tomorrow. I love this cover. Of course, the cover's pretty beat. I cleaned the record, and it ended up sounding pretty good. It didn't really have a lot of noise on it. And this came out in the 70s, right? Yeah, 75. So this is jazz, but it's kind of funky. Some of it has vocals, you know, on some tracks, some not. But it's very enjoyable. I dig this kind of music. It's not straight jazz. It's got rhythm to it. You know, it's got some funk to it. You know, a little on the softer side, but that's okay. You know, I still dig it. This would be a great mood record to put on in the background if you were trying to create a little mood with a special someone. I picked up the Blackbird album, which came out a couple years before this. I know I picked that up last year, and I quite enjoyed it. So based off the strength of that one, when I saw this, and because I remember seeing it on the VC, I know Bill at the Vinylverse got this as VCLT. So I just remembered the cover, and I wasn't really all that familiar with the music, but based off the strength of the other Donald Byrd I had, I took a chance, and it turned out to be pretty darn good. Stepping into Tomorrow by Donald Byrd. Wonderful mid-70s jazz funk. Something that's not jazzy or funky is this Jimi Hendrix called The Roots of Hendrix. What this is a collection of songs that were recorded before Jimmy formed The Experience. So none of these songs are recognizable. I don't remember any of these song titles. It's basically just R&B. I mean, you see flashes of Jimmy's guitar brilliance here and there. He certainly doesn't really play the way we're used to hearing him play, you know, with The Experience or with the Band of Gypsies or anything like that. You know, it's a little more standard, I guess you could say. And yeah, it's okay. I got this. I got this from Legendary Jim like a year ago, maybe even longer. And as a historical curiosity, you know, it's fine. But if I'm reaching for a Hendrix album, it probably won't be this one. I hate to say. Now I know, to someone like John, a digital gramophone, he would say, Jeff, that's a candidate for a purge pile. But I'm not going to purge it just yet. Just because it's Hendrix, I'm just going to keep it. Bill, speaking of Bill at the Vinylverse, like I said earlier, was kind enough to send me this album, Reckoning by REM. He had watched my 1984 video, and in that video, I mentioned that I would have shown this one had I had a copy of it, because this came out in 1984. But I didn't at the time, so he took it upon himself, see there's his note, to send me a copy, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you once again, Bill. This is a great album. Sounds fantastic, and it's one of those brown translucent Quiax vinyl copies. I have a couple others like these, but they're not really translucent unless you hold them up to very bright light, like the sunlight, or even a bright flashlight or something behind it. Then you can kind of see the brownishness of it. But if you just take it out of the sleeve and put it on the turntable, you think it's black vinyl. So they're being sneaky with it, but it is a brown Quiax copy, and it sounded amazing. You know, it's like a brand new record. So thank you for completing my 80s REM collection, Bill. You are the man. I love REM. This is classic jangle pop. Classic jangle pop. Speaking of VCLT, my pal Emma, and I've showed these recently, I know, but I couldn't wait to play them. This is the self-titled album by Taste, the famous power trio formed by Rory Gallagher. A music on vinyl pressing. Sounds freaking amazing. And the songs and the guitar playing on here are stellar. If you're a fan of Rory Gallagher, this is a must-own, without a doubt. And shame on me for not getting it sooner. You know, it was one of those things where I've never come across it in the wild. You know, the times I thought to look for it, and going online, it just never seemed to find the right one for the right price. So it was one of those things. It was just kind of in limbo. But Emma took care of me and gave me a fantastic copy of a wonderful album. We love Rory Gallagher. I hadn't listened to Rory in a little while, so it was nice to play this and reconnect with him a little bit and get that awesome guitar sound through my speakers. The other album that I couldn't wait to spin that she gave me was Otis Rush. Right Place, Wrong Time on the Bullfrog Records label. And just like all the other Otis Rush albums that I've got, you know, this one smokes. Otis Rush can play the hell out of his guitar. He's a great singer. Just, you know, if you want a classic example of Chicago blues, electric Chicago blues, this is the guy. You know, him and Buddy Guy, you know, and a few others, Junior Wells, you know, classic examples of what Chicago blues is like. So I love Otis Rush. I was thrilled to get this album, and even more thrilled to play it. So thank you again, Emma. You are the best. Last but not least, I had bought some albums from my friend Dave probably like 2 months ago. One of them was The Distance by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. This was his 1982 album. And I kept the shrink on for the hype sticker. Shame on the Moon was the single off of this. And you got it at the Record Bar for $8.69. Wow. Pretty good, huh? So yeah, kept the shrink on this one for that. And what else is on here? Roll Me Away is on here. Even Now. Shame on the Moon, like I said. You know, so there's a couple hits on here. Pretty good album, all in all. Like I said, by the time this record came out, Bob Seger was in a comfortable pattern, you know, writing pretty good songs, and he knew what to do to produce radio hits. So while his early stuff might be a little more adventurous and interesting compared to this, he's living very comfortably because of albums like this, to say the least. So can't fault him for that. I still like this stuff. I like basically, you know, all eras of Bob. So can't say anything too bad about it. The Distance, it's worth having in your Seger collection. There you go. Just over 15 minutes, closing in on 16. Not too bad. Thank you all for listening, watching, being here, hanging out. Your boy Jeff. Peace. I'll see you all again soon. So take care.